My goodness.
This is season 2 of Meet a Person with Job. The series highlights people who remind us that our value is more than what we earn, those pursuing passions, building communities, and creating impact beyond immediate incentives. Featuring cool people doing cool things for my own circle, here's episode 3.
Okay. We'll do it mukbang style.
We're ready.
썰박이 2인분이랑요. 막걸리 한 병 주세요. 네.
We should play games. Okay. Every time someone says something, we should have a sip.
Oh, every time we say Korean.
Okay. Every time we say Korean, we take a sip. 3, 2, 1. Hi, everybody. We're here with Ahran Cho.
Hi.
For those of you who may or may not know, Ahran Cho was, I love how I just called you full first name, last name. Ahran was the youngest contestant on MasterChef, and we've connected recently over the DMs, which is a story we'll talk about in a little bit, about all things food and wine, and now she's progressing her life and her journey and her career in hospitality, and we're here today at Love KBBQ in K-Town, and we're going to enjoy some food while we talk more about her journey. So welcome.
Thank you.
So do you want to give us the official person with job intro?
Yes. My name is Ahran. I'm a dog mom, younger sister, and an ESTJ.
ESTJ, we have that in common. So what does that typically mean? For those who may not be familiar with MBTI, which is very big in Korean culture.
You're a bit type A, more on the extroverted scale. So I would say I get a lot of energy from others, and then just very ambitious.
Oh my God, look at this. A lot of people met Ahran through the world of MasterChef, but actually that's not how I met you. I met you through the DMs where she found my wine account and she was asking about the wine certification. And for me, I was like, oh, this is like an interesting person. She seems like she cooks. And then lo and behold, it was actually months later, I actually Googled you. And I was like, and I saw all the highlight reels. It's hilarious. And I was like, oh my God, I love her and her fiery like energy. The rest is history. But tell us more about, I know you've told the story a million times, but tell us more about what got you started in MasterChef and how you got to be more interested in cooking or food your backstory.
I grew up just really loving food and cooking. When other kids were watching cartoons, I would like sneak into my parents' bedroom and watch Food Network.
It was just back in the day when cable was on one TV. We're dating ourselves.
I was just really obsessed with cooking. Knew I wanted to be a chef when I grew up. And then when I was in high school, I decided to audition for MasterChef. Kind of because I loved to cook and wanted to prove a point to people that I just wasn't a girl with like random hobbies, that I actually had some talent. I also just wanted to be famous.
I mean, I don't blame you on that one. I think I also saw somewhere that you were nervous to approach your parents about this, and then you were surprised to find out that they were extremely supportive.
The audition was in LA. I grew up in the Bay Area, and so it was about a 5 to 6 hour drive. I brought it up to my parents. I said, Mom and Dad, I want to audition for the show. My mom was hesitant at first. She said, I don't know if you're that good of a cook. But then my dad was like, okay,
Korean moms are the worst.
No, she's the sweetest, but I think she's just very blunt in a very like
that's the Korean mom way.
So but then my dad was, I'll book a hotel, let's go. Let's let me know the date. And then I went to the audition, and the first round is you bring a dish and there's judges that come around and taste your food. I passed that first round, and then immediately you go into a second room with
what dish did you bring, by the way?
I brought a matcha dessert trio. So it was a matcha roll cake, matcha creme brulee, and matcha macaron.
Wow, you were really ahead of your time. So, like, matcha was not that popular back then.
And I just remember the audition line, I was like torching the creme brulee. Everything has to be cooked by the time you take it there.
Oh.
And people in line were like, who is this young girl with like a torch? Like, who does she think she is? And then I ended up passing onto the next round. The judges thought I was funny, I guess. And then
what did you say that you were so funny? I just think you have a natural spunk about you.
I think it was 5 of us at a time, meeting a smaller group of judges, and they go around asking each person a question, and they actually skipped me on accident, and they were like, okay, you guys can all go, and I raised my hand. I was like, excuse me, you skipped me. And then that's kind of how it happened.
Thank you so much. Wow. That's nice.
Wait, should we pour a drink?
Yes. As we mentioned, we're playing a game. Every time we say Korean, we're gonna have a sip. Would you do us the honor? And by the way, okay.
Oh, wait, I don't know.
So
I'm just shaking it.
in Korean tradition, you're supposed to hold it with 2 hands when you receive. Oh God. Okay. This is how much.
Help me pour.
Oh wait, let me pour for you.
Okay.
It's bad luck.
Oh, really? Is it?
Yeah. Cheers. Done.
I try this egg.
Yes, of course. Here.
So good.
It's
so good.
And then again, what got you so in love with food? Because for me, I don't think I've ever had that kind of curiosity.
Ties back to the hospitality element.
Oh,
Like, I
okay.
love to eat, but I think it's more of bringing people together and cooking for them is what I enjoyed. So I think that's also why I ended up in the field I am now.
I also think that's like inherently, I'm not going to say the word. I think a lot of Korean culture is, I know we're gonna say, a lot of the culture is really based around the food table, like
Yeah.
papsang, right? Like that's also my most fondest memory of my childhood growing up is when I'm eating with my family for dinner.
Yeah.
But that makes a lot of sense because that's probably where you found your first love of it.
You should try this. It's so good.
This is so good. If a Korean restaurant is not serving, what is this?
언니 마셔.
Potato salad? Oh shit. Potato salad. It's not a real restaurant. We're kind of skipping a little bit, but that's why I had such a visceral reaction to watching some of your highlight clips on YouTube. But for me, that moment when you called out Leslie and you were like, "You're mispronouncing my name," like it like healed like a part of me, like yelling at somebody to like correct them very bluntly that you're mispronouncing my name. Because my name wasn't like my American name for the longest time. It was my Korean name. My Korean name is, and that has so many vowels, and it's so foreign to the American tongue.
Yeah.
That I just said Korean name. Ah.
Oh wait, I said it too.
Yeah. By the way, you guys, look, cooked to perfection.
It's so good.
So refreshing to see that on national television. I can't believe it was so early at the time, but
Yeah.
no, for those of you who don't know, because I had to learn through my post Ahran meat training, there was a man named Leslie, and he was her op, like her opponent on the show.
Okay, well,
Was it legit or was
I
it
guess
fabricated?
for more backstory,
Yeah,
too,
tell us the backstory.
I was on MasterChef, and there's like a persona that each person
Mhm.
that's casted has, and so they're not going to cast two young high school students, and they're not going to cast two older people that are both like have the same occupation. And so I went in as the youngest. He was the oldest on the show.
And they obviously paired you guys together.
Yeah, and then I think the producers could sense that there was this tension forming, and then they really played off of that. And that's kind of how it happened.
Go back to the whole Leslie name scenario. What like do you remember that moment being like was it memorable for you, or was it also fabricated like hindsight?
If you are an immigrant and you don't have an American name,
Yep.
you're gonna
At least chip on your shoulder. Yeah.
At least once in your life, you're gonna have to, more than once, probably like at least 100 times, tell someone how to pronounce your name correctly.
Yep.
And I actually think everyone, all of my classmates, all the producers, all the judges knew how to pronounce it, and then it just seemed like he was unwilling to learn how to pronounce it, despite me correcting him multiple times.
They just had dinner together.
We're on very good terms. Like, I respect him a lot. He told me that he said it incorrectly to kind of get under my skin, because it is a challenge at the end of the day. The challenge where I was screaming at him, I think we were all just under just a lot of stress in that challenge, and we had lost, and there was just like a lot of things that weren't shown that had happened that kind of built up to the breaking point for myself. Yeah, that's kind of why it happened like that.
But I would say like what I so admired about that one piece of TV culture is, from like an Asian female perspective, is you were so unafraid to like tell him what's up, which I so appreciate, because we don't see that kind of representation at all. Like even if it's like, quote unquote, like a reality show.
Asian women are typically portrayed to be a lot more docile and like, the quiet, like
demure,
submissive type. And I am not that way. I am very much. I went on the show knowing that I had to have a personality. Like, they were not going to keep me on the show if I was boring and I didn't say anything. Like, I made it to that point in the show because, I would like to think you
made it on the show because of your fiery personality.
Yeah.
Right? So you had to bring it, which I
Exactly,
loved.
exactly.
I loved. I think we need a little more of that. By the way, your name is so easy to say, which is crazy. But again, not from a like Leslie didn't do that because he couldn't do it.
Yeah, exactly. Cheers.
Like, do you feel like that's still something that you have some anxiety around, or are you more so like at peace with the fact that hey, like this is gonna be a learning experience for some people? And
Honestly, it's so engraved in my identity, and also I consider myself to be kind of a unique person. Like I'm very one of a kind. Like I don't think I know anyone else who was like on a competition show at a young age, and um, it's just it's just who I am. My parents to this day say that they chose to keep my Korean name.
I didn't even think about that. Oh gosh. I'm just curious. Like, obviously, this is a different era than you were on TV. What now? Like over 10 years ago. Do you think we're in a different place as a society now to kind of grapple with this
Now everyone's obsessed with our country.
and culture?
Yeah.
I could never have fathomed this as a little girl growing up in
Yeah.
New Jersey. That you go down the shore, which is predominantly Italian, and there's a taco stand, and the white woman in front of me got like 4 things of kimchi to put on her tacos, which is insane. There were so many cultural undertones to this. We talked about the name piece being one. But the other thing is your cooking abilities that you brought to the show, which was so early, right? You brought a lot of influences from your Korean background, I think I said, when Korean food was just not popular in that capacity. So how was that like, bringing that like Korean fusion style of cooking to a show?
The first mystery box I won, the ingredients were live seafood.
Ooh, that's a slam dunk for you.
And I made hamburger as my dish, and it won. So that was like a big moment that I felt very proud of, because I took a lot of inspiration from my mom's cooking, used what I knew from that to create this dish, and they really liked the flavors. When I was younger, I always wanted to be I wanted to always open a Korean fusion restaurant.
Oh, really?
So
Is that still in the cards for you?
I think when I was younger, I was a lot more naive in opening a restaurant and becoming a chef. But
You
now,
can still be a little delulu.
yeah, maybe I'll stay to Lulu, but I think like realistically, it's
A lot of work for you a little bit.
Yeah,
We're doing good.
yeah,
Are you good at drinking?
yeah.
Me too. Yeah.
Okay, let's.
Cheers. We're in the heart of Korean fusion culture in terms of food scene right now. We're at, Koreatown, which is a little different, but if you throw a rock down like 5-10 blocks, you're gonna hit some of the best Michelin star restaurants that are Korean based, right? So you have Chua, Atamix, Attaboy. Not to comment on the entire Korean scene, but like, what would be your hottest take right now on the food scene? Especially because you're in the industry too.
On the Korean food scene, or
Maybe we do both, like one on Korean scene and then one just like.
I think there is a lack of good traditional Korean food in New York City.
And what do you mean by traditional Korean?
Am I gonna No, I think there's a lot of really amazing contemporary Korean restaurants. Like, for example, Jeonsik and Chua were probably two of the best meals I've ever
Very
had.
clean, very sophisticated.
Just like incredible. If you want like a good bowl of
Yeah.
yeah, you have to go to like Jersey or Flushing. So I wish there was more of that here, and
More like comfort food.
a place where you could just go and buy panchan. But
Oh my god, panchan or tteok.
yeah,
There's nowhere you
yeah,
can buy tteok in New York.
yeah. I think that's lacking here.
Uh-huh. And what about just generally in New York? What do you think the food scene's vibe is right now? I'll tell you
over.
mine after yours.
Oh, I think there's a lot of viral places that don't deserve the spotlight.
Okay, that was gonna be my take actually. We did not converse this before. TikTokification of restaurants is overrated, and I'm tired of it. I'm tired of lines. I'm regular schmegular people going in there being like pretending they're an influencer. I hate it so much. Sorry. Yeah, I'm so rude. I don't like it. I don't like lines. I just think that, this is and again, I'm not naive to say money doesn't run the world, but I do think we need to bring back some integrity into content making. So if you were to look back now, you're almost joining the 30s club. Yay! It's gonna get so good. It's gonna get so much better from here.
Like 2 months.
Oh my god, so exciting. So if you were to look back at or speak to your 18-year-old self, what would you tell her?
Life is gonna get so much better for you. Just wait 10 years. Wait 12 years and then life will be really great.
You know, someone asked me this question the other day. They were like, if you were to be able to go back to a year of your life from your past, like, would you?
No.
I wouldn't either.
No.
That was my answer. I was like, I think my best year has yet to come. Because
I agree.
every year I learn, I grow.
I agree. I think every year it gets better.
I also think it starts from within, especially if you're like a mentally sane person.
I agree. I don't think I was mentally sane at 18.
No, I don't think I was either.
You were not unwell or you were well?
I was unwell. I continue to be unwell if you ask some of the men I've dated. I am very unwell. Anyway, moving on. Forget the dates. Forget the men. I'm talking about the career, okay? Like,
You know, now I would like to say I'm living a life that I could have never imagined.
yeah.
And if I had stayed in the Bay Area, I would probably still be in my tech job, hating my life.
Yeah, which we didn't even talk about that. How you pivoted over from tech to hospitality.
I actually really enjoy talking about my career progression because I'm hoping that I inspire others who
Yeah.
are feeling a little bit stuck.
And right now is the best time to pivot, especially because the economy's not good right now. It's a great time to go do something you really wanted to try,
I
right?
think, like I said, I grew up loving the F&B industry. Even after MasterChef, I worked in the restaurant industry for a bit. When you're in the Bay Area, I think everyone
It's like a natural progression.
Yeah, everyone just goes into tech, and I wanted to find a secure job at the end of graduation.
Yeah.
So I started working in marketing for a startup. Did it bring me joy? Not really. During COVID, I started my own cooking vlog, and I was making YouTube videos, and that was when I was like, I love this so much. I want to go back to hospitality. And so I moved to New York kind of on a whim, but also with the mindset that I would do it to pivot industries back into F&B because I knew that there were so many more opportunities.
Okay, I like to ask everyone this. So tell me, what are you working on now, professionally and personally?
So professionally, I work a corporate job. I oversee marketing for a restaurant group here in New York City. It's kind of the perfect mix between being creative and strategic, which I both really enjoy. And I think if you're an ESTJ, you'll probably be in a similar leadership role where you. And then I guess personally, I don't make content as much because I'm just so busy. I think a goal that I have for myself within the next 5 years is launching my own product.
Oh, that's
The
so
details
exciting.
I will not share, but it would be, food related. It's something I've been thinking about for the past 2 years now. And so I think as we go into 2026, I'm kind of hoping to start making it come to life.
What's your goal?
So if you want to invest in it, maybe DM.
Hey, sharks.
Yeah.
Okay, where can people find you?
So you can find me at my Instagram at Ahran Cooks or on YouTube, where I used to post a lot more long form videos, and maybe if I get more followers, I'll start posting again.
You heard it here. Okay, bye.
That's the end of season 2. I hope you enjoyed it. Every summer, a new season drops. See you next year. Bye.